The pixel art game is my favorite game genre of all time, no matter what year I play it, but the pixel art game RPG or MMORPG will have their own fans. We know how aesthetic the pixel art game looks, especially right now we have seen so many cool gameplay with way better features visual graphic. That's why the pixel art game is irreplaceable for me. Please help this video get 200 likes, thanks! Top 12 Best Graphic Pixel Art Games MMO Action RPG Games for Android iOS. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Soulnight Prequel. Soulnight Prequel. This is a new pixel art game action RPG for mobile. The game has very interesting graphic with so many features it has. When we pick the story mode, we will start with character customization by picking various kind of face, hair and color. Male or female characters is available to choose as well. There are 6 selections of classes which are Warrior, strong in melee combat, Archer as a sharpshooter, Tempest Mage, the master of thunder and frozen ice element, Aegis as a tanker with a high defensive, Thief as a burst damage, and the last one is Pyromancer, the master of blaze and fire element. We must explore the dungeon to kill the monster that has a monster guardian at the end of the dungeon. We will fight against a huge monster with a strong endurance and higher damage. Hopefully you will get a legendary items and equipment after you defeat the boss. We will have 4 active skills with 1 basic attack, but I didn't see any dash button. When you get lost in the dungeon, make sure you are always checking up on the map to know your location. Soulnight Prequel Pixel Art RPG allow us to do a decoration in our room and with a good looking furniture. Kill your time with planting and harvest it to make money. I really love to see the best ARPG pixel art game style, and so far this is the best RPG pixel art games for Android iOS. Wizard of Legend. Wizard of Legend. Wow, this game is the next gen level of pixel art game on mobile. Look at how detailed and alive the city ambience look like. It will give a console experience to another player. In fact, it is a ported game from Nintendo Switch and now it's playable on Play Store. It's become a premium game, but totally it's worth to play right now. The gameplay of Wizard of Legend is we are able to communicate with some NPCs to know the storyline. The game has a lot of features that we can improve the character's power, like an arcane, relic, and artifact system. Wizard of Legend is an action RPG game hack and slash base. We can hit the enemy with the basic attack and different types of elements with a fire punch, fire blaze, and freezing crystal. We can dodge the enemy's attack by tapping the dash button and it will slightly damage the enemy. Keep hitting them to trigger your berserk mode. Then it will upgrade your power, speed and critical rate significantly. We will fight against a lot of enemies. Then we are able to the next area after we clear them all. There are some obstacles that we need to avoid as well. Wizard of Legend is the best pixel art Android with an intense combat battle. Yumi Sonia. Yumi Sonia. This is the best pixel art game RPG that has a side-scrolling and action platformer gameplay. So the whole gameplay is we only need to use a forward and backward directions to explore the area. This pixel art RPG game has a storyline with a voiceover in prologue. Along the journey, we can visit a village and buy some items like potions, but also we need to maintain the hunger points of the heroes. When the hunger goes to 0, then our hero will die. So keep eating some food to fill up the hunger. We are able to buy new equipment there as well. The gameplay of Yumi Sonia RPG pixel art is we will fight against the monster like a slime, goblin and many more with our sword. Hanging at the corner of the edge is possible to do. Dash and jump is a good combination to avoid the obstacle and it will make a higher jump. It has a hack and slash gameplay. The best offline action pixel art RPG games for Android iOS. Village Heroes. Village Heroes. This is a cute RPG with pixel art game style. Look at how the game really hit me even when I just started. It has a simple story but a great character art style design. The gameplay of Village Heroes is we need to rebuild our village, but it will cost some resources and materials need in a lot of numbers. We need to cut down the trees and open up the treasure chest to get it. We can gain everything with the help of our allies. The ally or partner will join us one by one freely, because this game has a story-based game like we need to rescue another hero and then they will come and join us. The gameplay mechanism are really simple. We can move the whole heroes just by one finger because it has a portrait or vertical based game. When you face the monster, just release the touchscreen and all of the character will attack automatically. I really love the concept of the game, but I really hope the developer will make this game become a landscape mode that will be awesome. Best RPG pixel art Android games that are playable offline. Epic Garden. Epic Garden. This game is an action role-playing game with a stylish pixel art game visual. It has a roguelike that combines with a village upgrade base. We can unlock new buildings to use many kinds of features. The one thing you must do is gacha. By summoning through it, we can get new weapon, new equipment, and new pet. The pet system is really important to make our way easier by clearing the wave. The higher your level is, the more waves will you face with more enemies coming within it. The gameplay mechanism of Epic Garden is we should hold down the attack button to hit the enemy, but we must keep moving to make a safer distance while in the combat, because it doesn't have any dash or dodge button. So we must dodge the force manually, especially when we fight against the Guardian boss at the end of the stage. Best action RPG pixel art game for Android iOS. Elderan. This game is absolutely phenomenal for a pixel art game. It has a high level difficulty. You cannot easily beat the enemy at all. Even when you face the common monster, they have a high intelligence to dodge and attack you. This game has a complexity for the combat style. We can do a slash damage, switching the weapon of bow and sword, and also throw the axe into the long range enemy, but it has a certain pattern. These all are things that we really need to understand. It has a dark fantasy theme background, but unfortunately, we don't have any storyline. It's pure of action hack and slash pixel art game RPG mobile. In fact, I really hope it has more stories to tell. The graphic and the control is super responsive and easy to control. If you are looking for a hardcore action game, then I would rate 10 to 10 for this game. Even if the game is just a pixel art, but you can compare it with the higher graphic, I am pretty sure you will be satisfied to play this game. Elderan is the best pixel art offline game on Android iOS. Summon Attack. Summon Attack in Search of the Shadow Lord. This game is a simple tactical strategy game pixel art RPG games. This game doesn't have any storyline. We'll clear as many stages as we should. To open the next area battle, the combat mechanism is a tactic RPG game, so we need a high strategy in to win the game and should think a lot before we taking some action of the characters. The combat mechanism has some advantage and disadvantage in some conditions, like we can deal 50% of additional damage when we attack the enemy on the higher terrains. We can put the characters on the boss to receive 50% damage from the enemy. Make sure you also avoid the obstacle around like the animal bones to prevent 50% additional damage. You can get new characters by doing a gacha with a different grades. Upgrade your heroes to make your team stronger and try to challenge the PvP arena. Best pixel art game RPG, tactical strategy game pixel Android iOS. Endurance Dead Space. Endurance Dead Space. This is a premium pixel art game on mobile. It has such an interesting storyline and is really anti-mainstream. Anyway, we will play as a researcher in a laboratory and seek for the truth behind of the secret story. The gameplay is that we need to clear the stage that is full of puzzles. There are stones of the door that need to an access code to open it. So we really need to focus on the map to see the whole code room locations. We can upgrade the status points when we gain a new level up. Try to switch the gun depending on the situation needs. We can hold down the basic attack button to make a continuous attack, which is pretty useful when we face the huge amount of the enemies. This pixel art game doesn't need any internet connection to run, but you need to buy it in Play Store, but I'm pretty sure it's really worth playing. Best new game pixel art RPG for Android iOS. Level Up RPG 2D. Level Up RPG 2D. I wish I could play this best RPG open world pixel art game in landscape mode because it doesn't have any option to change the point of view from portrait to landscape. In fact, I can see a huge potential in this RPG game. This pixel art game has a huge open world map, even that on the city or in the battlefield world. I really love that we can come inside of every houses and ask the NPC for additional quests, buying some material or even crafting our own sword, but this will need the following material requirements. The combat battle is really easy to do. We only need to come in range close to the enemy, then our hero will attack automatically. We also can catch the monster and make them become our pet. The pet will help us in dealing slightly damage. All of the monsters around will respawn quickly, so we can grind the EXP faster and grind the gold more. Best pixel art online game open world pixel RPG for Android iOS. Hardwood Online. Hardwood Online. No matter what time you are playing this game, but still this game is the most played MMORPG pixel art games on mobile. There are some servers that's available to play, and each server has a massive number of active players. Even the game's developer was surprised of the players enthusiastic. It's more of their goal. Hardwood Online is a MMORPG pixel art game that has so many features that you can do and enjoy, which are mount system to faster reaching your destination, trade system to trade your items between the players, crafting system to create a stronger weapon and armor that needs a high level of crafting system, and various materials. Most of the quests are quite difficult to finish. We need to make a team up with the other players to kill so many strong enemies. The game is hack and slash pixel art MMO, so we can cast a different skill that can be learned when reaching a certain level. Best MMORPG pixel art Android, iOS, and PC for cross-platform game pixel art. Survivalist. Survivalist is the best pixel art MMORPG game with a next-gen pixel visual. I really enjoy seeing how bright and detailed the graphic is. Seriously, this game has a variety of features like farming some plants, taming the animals, facing the monster in a dungeon, or even in the open world. But before you come in the combat, make sure you do crafting first to make yourself ready in the battle. Collect a lot of material to build home. In-game, we will be able to explore and fight with our monkey friends that will really help us in the battle. The most fun thing while playing a survivalist MMORPG is that we can play with online players in a real time. Seriously, the world is so wide that we cannot explore it only by foot, but we also need to set the sail to conquer the sea and land into the new island to get the materials, resources, and many secret and rare items. The best game pixel art for iOS, especially on Apple Arcade, and many platforms is available to play as well. Dark Rise. Dark Rise. It's been for more than 6 months on Play Store, but the game is still in beta testing. But seriously, the game's developer has changed so many backgrounds with way better visual. We can pick a different types of hero at first, like warrior, archer, rogue, and mage. The combat action is really fast with a high intensity of the enemy's number coming up on you. We can unleash the ultimate skill and become triggered to increase the lifesteal attack. It will make you survive much longer in combat, especially when we do a close combat action. We can easily get new equipment by killing the common monster. Make sure you visit the town area to improve yourself on upgrading the equipment in blacksmith. This game will be released on global for sure. Best new game ARPG pixel art hack and slash for Android, iOS.